sharing that with your group. The truth is, we all fight with others at times, don't we? And we all say things that we regret. I'll be honest, in the heat of an argument, I have crossed the line before, and then I've realized, oh man, I said something that really hurt the other person's feelings. When we do that, the thing is, we wish we could grab those words and just stuff them back in our mouths, undo what we did. But as you know, it's too late. Once the words come out, you can't get them back. So when I was a kid, I would argue with my sister, and when I got in trouble for what I said to her, I would always want to go, yeah, but I wouldn't have said that if she hadn't have said this. But the reality is that was just an excuse for not controlling my own mouth. Maybe you've got someone in your life that, well, they've got a way of pushing you over the edge. Do you ever make the mistake of blaming the other person for what came out of your mouth and just assuming it's their fault, it's not your fault? Well, it just so happens that Jesus talked about this very thing. In Matthew 12, verses 34 and 35, he said this to his disciples. He said, for the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Let me say that again. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. In other words, the words coming out of your mouth, well, that's because your heart's full of those words. A good man, Jesus said, brings good things out of the good stored up in him, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in him. So, Jesus said if there are good things in your heart, they're always going to show up in your words, but the opposite's true as well, right? In other words, our words don't come out of nowhere. They flow right out of our hearts. The tone with which we talk to others, the words we say, they're all reflections of how healthy our heart is, how our heart's doing. So all series long, we've been talking about the condition of our hearts. And there may be no better test to see how healthy your heart is than to pay attention to the words you use. So let me give you a minute to talk about this connection, all right? In the circle you're in right now, I want you to answer this question. How does our heart impact our words? What's the connection between the two? Talk about that with your crew, then I'll be back in just a minute to wrap us up.